Good evening, darlings, and what a joy, pleasure, and downright farting privilege to welcome you to Thursday Night Live. Um, and what a joy it is to be here with you. And over the space of the next hour, we are going to wave away Thursday and we are going to welcome in Friday. Poets Day, darlings. Piss off early. Tomorrow's Saturday. So that's something to look forward to, isn't it? And we are going to do so in the company of our friends, our matching pair of his and hers highly powered hedgehogs of truth, complete with their firstborn. 2-ton Ted the Tenting Tin is going to get a bit of he's going to get a bit of action tonight, darlings. As is Sean's box, which is going to get its nightly pounding. And of course, we have got a community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you could, and some might argue should, leave a voice note, which I will play during the intermission, which will be coming up about halfway through these proceedings. But what is this community hour really about? You, damn it, it's about you. Each and every one of you, my fabulous inner scrotum, my beautiful bogs, you wonderful, wonderful people that brighten my every day and that I adore. You're such a top of the range community, and I absolutely love and adore each and every one of you. And my God, if I had the time, funds, and inclination, I genuinely would track each and every one of you down and compliment you and hug you and squeeze you until you, well, started squealing and wetting yourself, basically, with the with well, probably with sheer fear. I mean, you might look at somebody on your little tablet or your big television or your computer or your portable electronic telephonic device, and you might think, oh, that's a nice man. He seems all right, and he makes me laugh every now and then. And you might think that I like the people who hang around with him virtually. I will give him an hour of my time on a nightly basis. But if that person actually tracked you down in real life and without consent started hugging you and squeezing you and complimenting you until you found yourself wetting yourself, then you might think somewhat differently. And you might think, well, actually, this guy is a bit weird and scary, and I shall summon a policeman and have him arrested. And you'd be right to do so, quite honestly. But yeah, it's all about you and it's all about your comments. So do let me know, how has your day been? What are you looking forward to tomorrow? Anything special happened today? What have you been eating? That's a constant. And that's the deal here, darlings. You you put the time and effort into writing a lovely comment, and I just get busy wittering away about bugger all, fall really behind and ignore it. And that's the way the community works, and it works wonderfully well. So I will get around to ignoring your comments as soon as I've had a goodly slurp of my lovely ish wine, which I feel is well deserved today. I'm rather looking forward to it. Oh, and I've got to be up early in the morning. Officer Crabtree is having his new shoes fitted tomorrow morning, so that's an early start. Hey ho, hey ho. So anyway, I shall have a goodly slurp of my wine, and then I shall dive into ignoring your comments, which I consider to be very much the the meat and potatoes of this Yorkshire pudding on a full English breakfast that we are currently looking at somewhat questioningly. Actually, there's a feature. Does a Yorkshire pudding have any place on a full English breakfast? And sub feature, what about gravy? You might think that I am speaking some kind of nonsense. I'm not. I will explain later on, after my goodly slurp of wine and your comments. So, cheers, darlings. Your ridiculously good health. Bottoms up if you're lucky, lads. Up yours if you're fortunate, ladies, or unfortunate, depending on your point of view. But above all, and I say this to each and every one of you, with love and sincerity oozing out of every pore, including my back bottom. Get stuffed. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Now then, our first cab off the rank tonight, unusually, was none other than our friend Dan Blacksmith. So well done you on being so quick off the mark, and a very good evening to you. Also with us tonight are Jimmy Quinn, the fabulous Jimmy, Peter P, all the way from Finland, the wonderfully clever, talented, witty, lovely chap. Equally lovely, of course, well, you were all equally lovely. Paulie Galtieri, lovely Richard. Good evening, Boaty and everyone. Hope you've all had a good day. I hope you've all had a good day. I've had a lovely day. Hope you have too. I never fail, do I? I never fail. There you go, darlings. Your first wine burp of the evening. It may not be the last. You're welcome. Do join in. Do join in. Why don't you at home get in the spirit of things by having a nice glass of wine or beverage of your choice and having a nice wine burp or burp of beverage of your choice. You know what I mean. Who else is here? Ah, the lovely Stew, Diane Sturdy. So do stand up and tug your foreskin, everybody. And Stew had the brilliant idea of cooking curry sauce in a GU jar on the hob. The bottom fell out on that one. Well, yes, it would do, really, wouldn't it? Shelley Denise is with us, our lovely Shelley. I think our favourite Shelley, really, isn't she? I mean, Shelley Winters is still being dead for tax purposes, so I think Shelley Denise is our favourite Shelley. And the interesting thing to know about Shelley Denise is that she's got a brother, and he's called Shelley de Nephew. Sorry, that was terrible. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I do apologise for that. You deserve better, quite honestly. Who else have we got with us? Steve Colg is with us, and he fell asleep watching Yanks, whatever that is. Dush, bung, willop, wallop. More hellos, more hellos. Mark Passad is with us, the fabulous Mark. Good evening to you, sir. Emma Lemon joins us. Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel, Emma Lemon. A very good evening to you. More hello, indeed, the Minister for Titties. God. I cede the floor to my honourable friend, the Minister for Titties. Actually, I quite fancy that job. Richard is wondering if Emma's feeling any better, and she's not. In fact, she thinks she's getting worse. If you've got the same thing that I've got, then good luck. Good luck. It never buggers off. Oh, Nigel is with us, the fabulous 00 Garage community YouTube channel. Check it out. Subscribe. Watch the videos. Hit that like button. These things are important. Hit my like button while you're at it as well. Damn it. Thank you. Somebody just did it exactly then. Well, it wouldn't have been because I said that, because there's a delay. I'm saying this now. But you won't actually hear it until now. So hit that like button, you lovely people. Go on, hit it, stroke it, smite it, wallop it, bang it like you'd bang on it. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, Alanis Morissette. There we are. She's at Glastonbury this year, isn't she? Oh, 20. 20. Right, let's set a target for tonight. There are 52 people currently watching this. I would like to see 52 likes by the time I bugger off. In fact, I'm not buggering off until I get 52 likes. There you are. So unless you want to sit here all night, get pressing that button. I don't normally do this. I'm going to do it tonight. I would like some likes tonight. I don't know why. Maybe I'm feeling needy. 22, 23, 24. Go on, we've got to get to 52. 52 is the magic number tonight, darlings. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going all night. And I'll do a Boaty's bedtime story. That'll freak you out. Dear God, there must be so many members of the community who've got no idea what a Boaty's bedtime story is. Oh, if only they knew. If only they knew. If you're wondering what 32, that's excellent. Thank you very much. If you've got no idea what a Boaty's bedtime story is, there are two of them. Now I'm trying to remember what they're called. Somebody will put it in the comments. It'll probably be Peter P. He's the Minister for Memory. Peaches for 3 was one, and I can't remember the other. But yeah, if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, search for them on YouTube. Search for Boaty's bedtime stories. They were live streams. There are two of them, and do not watch them if you are easily offended, for God's sake. But if you're not easily offended and you want a good laugh, then watch the one that I did first, but make sure that you've got the live comments on, because it was the comments that made it, because I did this without any warning. I didn't warn anybody. And the horror and distress and sheer outrage in the comments was absolutely bloody hilarious. I mean, I'll tell you the basic premise of what it was about. This was back in the early days of the channel and the early days of live streams, when I only used to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Sunday. But I didn't used to do Friday and Saturday nights because they were the late nights at the restaurant, you know. And everybody was saying, "Oh, come on, do those as well." So, I mean, I do them now. In theory, they're shorter. They never are. They're just a later start is all. But I said, okay, maybe I'll give you a bedtime story on a Saturday night. And everybody said, yeah, that'd be great. So I did just that. I gave them a bedtime story on a Saturday night, but it wasn't the story that they were expecting. And I'll say no more than that. It's worth a watch, but if you're easily offended, don't go anywhere near them. Seriously, that is a genuine warning. The people will tell you. Anyway, let's get back to the comments, shall we? We just said hello to Nigel, haven't we? And now we are saying hello to the lovely Melanini. Good evening, my lovely. How has your day been? I hope it was absolutely fabulous. He said, knowing it probably wasn't. Oh dear. And and Melanini goes on to say, good evening, Carvery peasants. Melanini and I went for a carvery today, darlings. And we're going to talk about the experience. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Good evening, Melanie. How was your day, love, says Richard. Emma's got similar symptoms to me, she says, in response to Mark Passad, and that does not bode well for you, Emma. If you've got the same lurgy I've got, it's horrible, and it goes on, and it mutates and it changes. Lovely flowers, says Peter P. Yeah, I haven't quite got round to replacing them as yet. Lord Stiff Upper Lip VIP is with us. Stand by your beds, everybody. Quite right too. And 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 Melanie replies to Richard that she's had a wonderful day and wonders how his has been. Richard says a carvery is the height of sophistication for Hubnut. Um, I shall cast no aspersions on Ian, but honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. The lovely Ian. Pardon me, darlings, I need to go and blow my nose. And I don't want to do it in front of you. I do have some limits. I mean, I don't mind getting my tits out or dropping my trousers, but I draw the line at blowing my nose in front of you. And talking about the same symptoms as me that Emma has, Peter is wondering if that means headaches and a sudden urge to tug your tinkle. Caregon One is with us, says evening, all very good evening to you as well. Then there are lots more hellos flying around left, right, and centre. JB2 is with us, Jim Bob II. Holy roller cola, one and all. Good evenings. Roller cola. Mark is suggesting that Emma should rest up, take lots of liquids, and eat decent grub, but acknowledges that that's not easy if you are a busy single parent, which our Emma is. Paul is with us. A very good evening to you. Bad Books is here, the lovely Mark. Oh, the likes are up to 47. Oh, just 5 more little likes to go. My goodness me. More hellos, more hellos. Oh, I love the way you all welcome each other. It's so nice. Careful squeezing me, Boaty, says JB2. The aim your soul will go everywhere. Stu needs a pee, but he's going to be right back. Paul says, oh, it's getting hot in here. Oh, and Paul, at that point in time, had the purple helmet. Not to mention coming into our homes every night, says Nigel. I know, without by your leave. You'd better start driving your other cars about, says Steve. I've got plans for all the cars now. I've got plans for everything. Right, so, okay, obviously, Nettie, we know and love. Nettie is just my, I adore Nettie. And the love affair can only deepen. I absolutely adore her. So we know about Nettie. Crabtree, Officer Crabtree, he's having 2 new tyres fitted to his front wheels tomorrow. He's fully kitted out in the back. So Officer Crabtree now has his purpose. He is I was going to say something then, and I can't say it because it's still a secret from you lot. I'm keeping it secret. Officer Crabtree has his purpose. He's going to be used for tenting adventures to Snowdonia and whatnot. So he's going to get his bit of use. Obviously, Mimi LeBlanc. Mimi is my daily. She gets plenty of use, too much use actually. And Yvette Carte Blanche has her future purpose, dual purpose. Yvette Carte Blanche has been allocated Operation Antelope and another operation, very hush-hush, very secret, which has yet to be given a name. So we've got, Yvette Carte Blanche has got Operation Antelope coming up and Operation with no name as yet. I need to come up with a name for the operation with no name. I will call a meeting with anybody else who is involved in Operation No Name, and we might come up with a name for it. Or we might just keep calling it Operation No Name, because that's quite amusing, isn't it? We'll see how that one goes. We're used to wittering away, says Dan. You bloody well should be by now. Matron is with us. Matron, the Speaker of the House and the owner-operator of the Community Bosom. Good evening, matron, in all of your splendid nakedness. And you be careful in the heat wave coming up, my lovely. Gosh, it's going to get very hot. And Monday is going to be the hottest day. Oh, yes. Good luck to me doing tenting. Cairngorm is looking forward to finishing work for the week at 6 a.m. and then isn't back until Monday afternoon. Wonderful. Yorkshire pudding, says Emma. But on a breakfast? And Diane says, Yorkshire pudding on breakfast? No, says Diane. No. Don't go to where we went today. Yorkshire pudding on a breakfast with gravy. I'm not kidding. And speaking of breakfast, we've got food news from Mark. Breakfast was marmalade on toast. Dinner, he means lunch, was smoked mackerel salad. And tea, he means dinner, was salmon and prawn melt fish cakes. And our first voicemail is pinged in, ready for the intermission, which will be coming up very shortly. JB2 says it's called Toad in the Hole Boaty. What? A breakfast Yorkshire pudding? Peter P says breakfast Yorkshire pudding has bacon in it. Yes, so I learned today when I was instructed by a memberage of staff in terms of the breakfast Yorkshire pudding's doing. Mark says, I think Toby Carveries do breakfast Yorkshire puds. They do, and that is where we were today. It doesn't belong, but I'd give it a try on a full English, says Cairngorm 1. Or turd in the hurl for our northeast contingent. Turd in the hurl. Absolutely. Hi to everyone, says Matron, who is horizontal and on her phone again. Dan Blacksmith says, sound, yeah, I was the first. Well done, you, mate. Well done, you. Then there are lots of more hellos. Appreciate the membership. Good effort. Made my Thursday, says Paul. I'm glad and well done on possessing the purple helmet. Seems different tonight in a great way, says Dan. Is it raining up yours tonight? Rain down here? No, it's lovely here. Oh, feck, he's being funny again, says Peter P. Yes, we've got rain on the Leisure Battery Peninsula, says Richard. Oh, is it raining on the Leisure Peninsula? Oh, we've not heard from Mr. Paddy for a while, have we? Oh, I hope he's okay. Jason on the wine, says Dan. I'm on tea and Big J. Good for you. Dan was in Newcastle on Tyne last night, and it's a hell of a long drive, 270 odd miles one way. Blimey. Oh, and we have hit the 52 likes. Thank you very much, darlings. Dan's bought a Ciron electric bike. Paul is a carer and has got a new trick. Boil a kettle of water and drink it. It takes bad away. All of my Nepali community, they are firm believers in drinking hot water. So, yes, they do that. Good to be here, says Josh, and it's bloody wonderful to have you. 52 likes, says Lord Stiff Upper Lip VIP. There you go, Boaty. There I go indeed. Thank you very much. I've hit the like button, says Paul, and I don't like this stream. I love it. That's very kind. No, shut up, Jimmy. Take all your likes back now. Well, actually, if you want to. Boaty gets into bed with you. Sounds frightening, says Richard. Well, it would do, wouldn't it? No, let's not do that. Burlington Bertie is with us and says, if you're waiting for 52 likes, it's going to be a long night. Oh, and then Emma, bless her. Emma sends out the link to Peaches for 3. If you are easily offended, do not follow that link. Oh, thank you, Peter P. I knew you would help. The other one was called Mum Helps with the School Project, and that one is so much worse. That's so much worse than Peaches for 3. For God's sake, don't look at that if you are offendable. Just don't. It's horrendous. Mum Helps with the School Project is beyond depraved, it's foul, it's depraved, it's, oh my God. And if memory serves, I've got a feeling I read that one actually dressed in my dog collar, dressed in my clerical attire, which probably means that I'm going to go to hell, except that I'm not, because fortunately my church thinks that sort of thing done in humour is perfectly okay. But if I was a Christian reverend minister of the church, rather than a Pastafarian reverend minister of the church, I would be going to hell. And Emma puts a warning out there herself in capital letters. Warning, contains well dodgy stuff, and doesn't it just? Doesn't it just? Mark says to Nigel, yesterday I was in Wylam, Pontyland and Darras Hall. Lots of posh number plates. Boaty would like Darras Hall. Would I? Oh, okay. Boaty will be drinking champagne in future streams. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, excuse me. Boaty's always on the pull, says Steve Cole. That's not fair. What on earth is a carvery? Asks Stu. It's ask Emma. Richard says surviving a carvery at 54, living alone in the Peak District. There is going to be a video tomorrow, darlings. There is going to be. It's only a little daily diary type video, but at least it's a video. You haven't had one for ages, have you? Sprinkling Fairy Dust is with us, all the way from not here. Hey all, I'm being eaten alive by mosquitoes. Been in the pool in my bikini and then read the board. No bikinis allowed. So what are you supposed to do? Go in bloody naked? Hope you're doing all right out there, my lovely. Nice to hear from you. Our lovely Sprinkling Fairy Dust is on Hollybobs, but oh, is Simone here? Did I miss that? Oh, I did. Simone is here, the lovely Hooked on Classics, another community channel. Check it out. Subscribe, watch videos, hit the like button, watch the live streams. And exciting stuff coming up for Simone, because as she told us last night, it's road trip tomorrow. Oh, yes, weekend road trip. Exciting stuff. And no doubt there will be videos to come. Diddly-do. Yep, diddly. Right, yeah, right, yes. Oh, hello. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Thank you, Emma. I didn't realise. The road trip has been postponed due to Glastonbury. There we are. Boaty would be great at running a tea room and serving cakes to the old folks. Do you know what, Richard? I genuinely would. I love serving things to the old folks. I worked in my mother's nursing home and I served all sorts of things to the old folks. I mean, I'm an old folk myself now, aren't I? So I could have one too. And when I had pubs, I used to put on OAP specials that I actually used to run at a loss just because I wanted to. For those who don't know, I'm all of my life I've stood on the soapbox and banged on about how we mistreat the elderly in British culture and society and community, and it's one of the things that I dislike about the British, to be honest. And I am one. I mean, I'm Welsh, so I'm the best kind of British. But we treat our elderly dreadfully. And most other cultures in the world have a very different attitude towards the elderly. As I've told you many times before, in Chinese, there is literally no way to just ask somebody's age. The phrase is, "What is your honorable age?" And in many or most Asian cultures, then age automatically attracts respect. And you would never, yeah, I can't fully get on board with the culture where we shove our old people into an old people's home and forget about them, and where elderly people who've lived a life, who might have served their country, who've paid tax, who've done whatever, and they have to worry about being cold. They have to sometimes be hungry. It's not right. It's not right. So I've always been a campaigner for the rights of the elderly, and I was very proud to be one of the very first. I might have been actually the first official NHS champions of the elderly, only because I happened to be at a do in London, an NHS. I'm trying to think what you call it. I can't remember what it's called. A thing where there's a great big massive hall, and I can't remember the correct term for it. Oh, somebody will tell me in the comments, and I'll read it in about 25 minutes' time. No, I've got a mental block. One of those things where you have a keynote speaker and all of that. And I've told you about that those couple of days before. It's when I met Patch Adams, the real one, not Robin Williams. But Robin Williams played him in a film that I think was just called Patch Adams. But yeah, I met the real one. He was one of the keynote speakers. But one of the other keynote speakers was Jermaine Greer, and she launched, and she's somebody that I sort of knew, kind of vicariously, only because she was a friend of a friend, put it that way, because obviously she was friends with Clive James. They kind of grew up together, and Clive was a friend of mine, so she was a friend of a friend, and she launched during that, whatever the thing was. So, I can't think of the bloody word for it. One of those things that all of the taxpayers pay for, and we went to and got a really nice hotel free of charge, and we got food and all of that kind of thing. No, can't remember. But she launched this elderly champions thing, and I think I was the first. I was certainly one of the first to sign up and be accepted. And I took it quite seriously, and I did some, I think, worthwhile stuff, and did actually make some breakthroughs with some fairly major organizations. But anyway, enough about all of that. Incoming Operation Antelope. Indeed, yes, Operation Antelope. It is a thing now. It is an official thing. Research has been done. A telephone call was made. 2 telephone calls were made this morning in preparation for Operation Antelope. Plans will be made, darlings. Oh, yes, you better believe it. He'd be the life and soul of his care home, says Steve. I was the life and soul of the care home when I worked in it, and I intend to be again when I'm actually a resident in it. AKA trip to Wales with the lemon, asked JB2. No. Simple as that. No. Tallywhack that like button, says Mike Potter 37. Good evening to you. And we're now up to 57, so that's rather wonderful, isn't it? Roy Bevis is with us. Good evening to you. No, let's not read that one. Hash browns should not be on breakfast, says Steve. Breakfast is a light meal. Richard had for dinner tonight roast gammon steaks. Why is it always plural? Why is it always steaks? Are you incapable of eating a single steak? Steaks are meant to be singular, not plural. God above. Anyway, he had a couple of them with egg and chips. And if you can afford that sort of thing, why shouldn't you do it? Right, bacon makes everything better, says Caregold1. Well, there's some truth to that. I dream of bacon panini, says Richard. Well, don't we all? Yeah, I'm not reading that one. I'm not reading that one. Is Melanie's wrestling name the Baconator? Good question, Peter P. We haven't done wrestling names for a while. Right, I'm going to whiz through these comments, and then we are going to talk carveries. Right, more hellos. Oh, I liked that one. I didn't read it out, but I liked it. I saw Sean's latest video, says Mark. He has a post box for a money box. You need a bigger money box to keep you in the luxury you aspire to. Yeah, I saw that when he told me all about that and showed me when he first bought it ages ago now. He's had that for a good while. Paid a lot of money for it. I couldn't afford to buy it, let alone to put the money in it. Right, I've caught up with the comments. We are now going to talk carveries, darlings. There has been some debate of late, for a while actually, over carveries. I have been of the opinion that carveries are dreadful, and many of you have been of the opinion that carveries are wonderful. Not least, and perhaps most notably of those people, Emma of the eponymous YouTube channel Emma Lemon. So today, myself and the Right Honourable Melanini, now I should point out that Melanini is of the same opinion as me when it comes to carveries. Melanini is a girl who likes her beef rare, and she likes her wood pigeon steaks stuffed and served with a delicate and balanced jus. And she thinks that carveries are crap. So what do you mean? What do you mean I went to the wrong carvery? How can I go to the wrong carvery? A carvery is what is the right carvery, Emma? What carvery should we have gone to? We went to a Toby carvery today in order to discover. Now, I've not been to a carvery for 32, I think I'm correct, years. I went to one 32 years ago. It was in Devon. I was on holiday there with my then girlfriend, and I thought, oh, a carvery, let's try that. And having tried it, I thought, let's never, ever do that again. But exactly, Carverygate. You lot were so persuasive, so convinced, and therefore convincing that a carvery was a wonderful thing that we decided to give it a go, myself and Melanini. So we sallied forth today on your behalf to a Toby carvery to enjoy a matching pair of his and hers highly powered carvery doings. And I'm going to tell you about it and I'm going to tell you about our impressions of it. And I would welcome your input and your debate and your thoughts and all of that kind of thing. And I am going to be honest, but I'm going to be also impartial. And hang on, yeah, and I'm going to give you my genuine thoughts on it. Okay, right now this is in the video as well, but you are getting the advanced version of it, if you like. So there was an offer on a carvery for £6. The offer lasted for 5 days, and I did my research. We had a choice of 2 carveries. Now, I wanted to be fair. There were 2 carveries within the local area. One was a Stonehouse, one was a Toby. I wanted to be utterly fair, so I went to the one that had the better reviews or the least bad reviews, and that I considered was likely to be the better experience. Because I wanted to give you, a chance to prove me wrong and prove yourselves right. So we elected to go for the Toby. It was actually Melanini's choice. So, well, Kegon won. You've got a point. You have got a point, and I do bang on about this in the video. Being ill, I've missed a few live streams, says Shelley. Who is Melanie? Right, Melanie, or Melanini, as she is now called, is a very nice lady who who stalked me. Is a very nice lady who discovered the channel by accident a couple of weeks ago, decided to come with her lovely sister and her lovely mother to my restaurant to celebrate her lovely mother's 85th birthday, which was very kind. Not content with that level of stalking. Well, that's not being a stalker. That's just being a customer. And I was very grateful for the custom. But then when I was away in Netty off grid on a Monday, then Melanie recognized the location where I was when I showed you quickly at the beginning of the live stream, so decided to properly stalk me, grab her sister's camper van, and they tracked me down, found me, joined me for the live stream, and spent the rest of the night there next to Nettie. And I believe in rewarding stalking, so we decided that we would go out for lunch together. So there you are. I hope that explains who the lovely Melanie is. Impartial my arse, says Bad Books. I predict he hated the carvery but wanted to podger a female member of staff. Right, well, okay, here we go. The best thing on a Toby carvery is the potato bake, but Boaty can't eat it as it has cream in it. There wasn't one. There wasn't one of those, Macon. Right, I'm going to tell you my honest thoughts. Okay, first up, I had no idea how busy it was going to be. Apparently, when they put the £6 offer on, things get very busy throughout the day. So there's no kind of quiet time. We went at, what time did we get there? Probably peak lunchtime, probably about 1:30, So, and it was busy. The car park was pretty much full. So yeah, it was busy. The place, if you want to check it out, and I will tell you for Uh, it was the Toby at Dronfield. So kind of on the outskirts of Dronfield, the end of the Dronfield bypass, just on the southern edge of Sheffield. Now, it's a pub, or it was a pub, or it still is a pub, or whatever. Perfectly pleasant. Nice big car park next to a dual carriageway. But, a perfectly pleasant location. I had a walk around while I was waiting for my dining companion, and there was a reasonably nice outdoor eating area and a bit of garden area and some grass and all of that sort of thing. And yeah, that was all perfectly good. That was all perfectly good. Oh, hang on. Before I really get into this, we had a voice note, didn't we? I should really read that out because, yeah, I forgot to have an intermission. Oh, WhatsApp is now an iPad. Oh, that's WhatsApp WhatsApping me. Oh, if that's an iPad, that's brilliant. That's going to make my life a whole lot easier. Let's have a look. Increase your... No, I'm not interested in that. No, I'm not interested in that. New. WhatsApp is now an iPad. Enjoy WhatsApp effortlessly across your mobile, tablet, and desktop devices. Now you can download the app to access features you love. Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, my prayers have been answered. WhatsApp on iPad. So I can't type on a phone. It's too small. Right, let's have our voice note, shall we? I meant to play this earlier. I completely forgot.
Hello there, Boaty.
Hello.
I have decided not to go north this weekend because I checked the traffic and the M5 and the A303 are going to be chaos for the whole blooming weekend.
Well, there will be.
I'm going to try it for another week, another time. Anyway, pound that box. Twat.
Yeah, Glastonbury does kind of throw a slight spanner into the works, doesn't it? Hey ho. Something to look forward to for another weekend. Thank you, Simone. I will indeed pound the box. £1, £1, 3, 2, 1, and it pops. And while I'm at it, let's take 2 ton Ted the tenting tin, and we will add in a crisp £5 note into there. So there we go. So 2 ton Ted the tenting tin, and this is going to be important on Monday when tenting is going to occur, I think. We've now got no fewer than 20 of the King's Pounds for our tenting venture on Monday. So there we are. That's marvellous. Now then, back to the carvery, because this has been a hot topic of debate, hasn't it? And it deserves to be showcased. Right, where did I get to? Great news, you can now ignore messages on the iPad too. Exactly. Right, so okay, so we then went in to the premises. Melanini arrived, parked, there was space, and we went in. Now we had to register our car number plate, as is common at many places now, casino included. But having done so, free parking. That's a thing, free parking. We hadn't booked a table. I hadn't realised how busy it was likely to be. But there was no problem. A table was found for us. Every single member of staff that we came across was lovely. Absolutely lovely. Cheerful, friendly, as professional as you would expect at an establishment of that nature. So Yeah, so that was all okay. A table was found for us, lovely. Our drinks order was taken, fabulous. We got our drinks. We didn't have to pay up front or anything of that nature, which is kind of a nice thing, isn't it? Um, so that was all positive. Um, So we had our drinks, we had a chat, um, then we had the carvery, and then we went outside and spent some time in the beer garden, which was quite very nice, enjoying the free car parking, etc., etc., etc. Right, let's get into the doing, shall we? How was the food? Well, let's look at it in a number of ways, shall we? Value for money. You can't fault the value for money. We went somewhere, we parked free of charge. We had two huge plates of food, which filled our respective bellies. We had free use of cutlery, a table, and two chairs. We had free salt and pepper, although I did have to nick the pepper off another table. And the and then we had free use of the beer garden to enjoy a nice chat in the afternoon sun. And how much did we pay for all of that? 12 quid, £6 a piece. We both drank iced water, not because we're tight or poor or anything like that, just because that's what that's the drink of choice. I normally drink water or Vimto during the day. So you can't fault the value for money. Now, had it been full price, then on a Thursday it would have been £10.49 rather than 6 quid. And I would still say you can't fault the value for money. You've got a huge plate of food, you've got a table that was cleanish, you've got chairs that didn't fall apart, you've got pleasant, cheerful, reasonably professional staff waiting on you for £6 per person. Well, you can't knock that, can you? You can't knock that. So value for money, absolutely bang on. Can't fault it. Pardon the wine, Bob. The only thing I would say about the staff that surprised me was that they were wearing casual clothes, jeans and tops, and it was difficult to differentiate staff from customers because they weren't dressed in any form of corporate type wear. But that's not the end of the world, is it? So value for money, bang on. Have a look at your comments. Okay, moving on to other things. Now, when you watch a video, you'll discover that my two main caveats regarding oh hello, the candles died. My two main caveats regarding the carvery were the food and the clientele, and I was right about both of those. Okay, the food. It was a carvery. The food was dreadful. Now, I can mitigate that. I can say it was £6. We didn't have to wash up. We were allowed to eat it at a table with cutlery. It was £6 each. What do you get for £6? A full plate of food filled our bellies, £6. And as I say in the video, there are no grounds for complaint. However, looking at the food just as food, it was awful. Of course it was awful. Some of it was less awful than other bits. For my meat, I had beef and turkey. The turkey was okay. It was okay. It was turkey. The beef, totally inedible. Absolutely forget it. Total write-off. Totally inedible. Turkey was okay. Right, everything else. The word okay is going to come up a lot. And again, this is in the video. Stuffing, it's okay. Yorkshire pudding, actually, the Yorkshire pudding, couldn't really fault that. What else was there? The mashed potato is okay. The vegetables, overcooked, watery, but they were okay. What it was all okay. Apart from the beef that was inedible, it was all okay. It was like a Sunday lunch cooked for you by somebody that cared enough to make the effort, but didn't really know how to cook. But it was British stodge comfort food. If you were used to your Auntie Enid or your Uncle Enid cooking a pretty bad Sunday lunch, it was comfort food. That's the mitigation. There was plenty of it. Obviously, eat as much as you want, apart from the meat. But in strict food terms, it was awful. I mean, it was awful. Am I being unfair? No, it was dreadful. I mean, it was awful. Then factor in some other things. The clientele, bless them, the lovely people that we shared our experience with. They were the kind of people that you might expect when an establishment offers to give you all the food that you can eat for £6. There were people there who must have looked at themselves in the mirror, seen the tattoos, seen the fact that they were, oh, bless them, unusually shaped, and yet chose to wear the most incredible figure-hugging clothes to demonstrate the fact that they were unusually shaped. I'm trying to be kind here. That's the sort of people that one is surrounded by, and we were surrounded by. And I'm sure they're lovely. I'm sure they're absolutely lovely. This is entirely subjective. It was not the kind of ambience that I would normally choose to be a part of. These are people who looked at themselves and said, shall we go to Wetherspoons? No, that's way too classy for the likes of us. Let's go and stuff our faces, pile our plates high for £6. Yeah. Yeah. And other little things, I would have loved to have had some horseradish sauce with my beef that I couldn't eat. We couldn't have horseradish sauce because it was like feeding time at the zoo, and the horseradish sauce had been inundated and inculcated with mint sauce because, well, the kind of people who were enjoying their £6 carvery were incapable of not combining all of the sauces and the various gravies with each other. So yeah, The English mustard had the consistency of a weak soup rather than a proper mustard. And yeah, that's about it. The food was shit. Everything around it was shit, but it was really good value for money. And the staff were lovely. My takeaway from this, and again, this is on the video, and this is my ultimate takeaway. Would I ever go to a carvery out of individual choice? No, they're dreadful. You won't enjoy the experience. You'll be surrounded by awful people, and the food will be crap. However, it will be good value for money. You'll get free parking. I would much rather cook or pay a bit more, or ideally, I would just rather cook. However, I will say, if friends invited me to a social occasion at a carvery, would I refuse it because it was a carvery? No, it was not that offensive. There was mitigation. Value for money, can't fault it. Staff, can't fault them. A little bit of comfort factor in that it was comfort food from your childhood before you knew what good food tasted like. So if I was invited to a carvery with friends, I would say, yes, I would love to come and I would enjoy it. I would enjoy it for the social aspect. The food and everything else is not so offensive that it would make it unenjoyable. And yeah, that is my takeaway. That is my takeaway. I would never go to one to enjoy the experience or to enjoy the food, but it wasn't so bad that it would stop me from having an enjoyable experience with friends or a social situation. And so I suppose the question leading on from that is, did I enjoy today? Well, yeah, I really did. But that's got nothing to do with the food, nothing to do with the clientele. It's largely got to do with the fact that I was doing it with a rather nice lady, with a very attractive lady, a very pleasant company lady with amazing eyes and beautifully delicate hands and long tapered fingers and beautiful fingernails and a really nice smile, who was funny and amusing and engaging and witty. And yeah, to be honest, if you'd have put a battered gorilla's arsehole in front of me smothered in curry sauce, I would have eaten it and I would have probably enjoyed it. That wasn't where my concentration was. So there you go. That is my experience of a carvery, and I will absolutely, basically, I will stick to my guns and say that I was right. Carveries are awful, but I will just add the little mitigation to that they are not so awful that you should not enjoy a social situation that is hosted at one. It won't be that bad. It'll be bad, but it won't be that bad, and it won't cost you a ridiculous amount of money. So there you go. That is my takeaway on that. And on that note, c'est l'heure, as our French friends say. It's time to start saying your good night. I will just have a flick through the comments to see if there's anything. Right, here we are. That's what, excuse me. That's what I got. Oh, God. Digestion falling apart. Carveries do have their place, though, says Emma. For example, when my 20-year-old son wants to treat his old mum. Well, yeah, but he could have taken you to a really nice restaurant and treated you there. I did that with my mum. He could have taken you to a Michelin-starred restaurant. It doesn't have to be a carvery. It's not only carveries that are available. He could have taken you somewhere really, really nice. You know, treat. A carvery is not a treat. If you want to treat somebody, take them to somewhere that's going to give you a nice food and a nice ambience. Don't take them to a carvery. That's like, that's like taking them to, that's something to endure. It's not a treat. It's not something to enjoy. Oh yeah, I read that one. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, I've lost everything. How do I get rid of? There we are. Lucky sod, says Richard, dining out with Melanie. Yep, yeah, I totally agree. Those carrots had seen better days, says Melanie. Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. The turkey's reformed, says Richard. One of my local ones is always an actual turkey that's sliced in front of you, Richard, says Nigel. Oh God, yeah, the cauliflower cheese. Yes, it was a very dodgy, color. It was a real turkey, and it did have bones and all. Quite true. Glad you both made it out alive, says Richard. Well, yeah. I mean, it was an enjoyable experience, but it was enjoyable because I was with somebody fantastic, and we had a laugh, and we had a nice time in the beer garden, away from all of the other people and away from the food afterwards. The food did not add to the enjoyment. It did add to the humour, though. Oh, and just as just as a factual note, neither of us cleared our plates. It sounds horrendous, says Emma. Our carvery here is just like that. Well, I'm glad you've seen the light. It's probably better quality on a full price day, says K1. Not according to them. According to them, it's exactly the same. Carvery has its place, says Emma, e.g., taking 4 kids out for Mother's Day or a poor student taking you out for dinner. Well, possibly, but you could cook, and that would be even cheaper and better. Nick Perry, good evening. Would a pro cyclist get any nutritional value from a cheap carvery? You wouldn't go near it. I don't know what things are like now because they have nutritionalists and everything on board now. But even in my day, you were told what to eat, and you wouldn't go anywhere near that. Curried ape sauce, table 2. Good review, Boaty, says Richard. Did you post it word for word online? No, I've done a video, and that is pretty much word for word. Boaty, there's a nice restaurant in Plymouth called the Steak and Omelette. Sounds like a carvery, but it's not. Right, excellent. Boaty likes blood in his beef. I like beef that is cooked correctly, as does Melanie. And there shouldn't be blood there. The only reason there would be blood is if the meat wasn't rested. Beef needs to be rested in the correct environment for the same length of time that it's cooked, and then there won't be blood. So there we are. There we are. I've caught up with the comments, and that is it. That is Carverygate over and done with, although it'll probably roll on. And I'm not going to knock. Right, let's get this clear. I'm not going to knock anybody who wants to go for a carvery. I will not knock them. Maybe it's not that offensive that I would need to knock anybody. I understand why somebody might want to go. There's free car parking. You don't have to wash up. You don't have to cook. It's really good value for money. You get a lot of food. It's not good food, but you get a lot of food. So you can eat a lot of food for not a lot of money. And if that's your bag, great. If that's what you want to do, lovely. I won't knock you for it. Maybe you're not able to cook your own food. Maybe you need to eat out. Maybe you want to eat out. Maybe you hate washing up. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's if you were in a situation where, I don't know, you were away from home, and you all needed to eat to fuel your bodies, have a social occasion, yeah, it's a good option. All I will say is that, and there are other mitigations, yeah, if it's a social circumstance, whatever, I understand why people would do it, but what I said remains absolutely true. You're going to, if you go to a carvery, you're going to eat or try to eat some really, really, really bad food. You're going to do it surrounded by people that you're not going to be around under normal circumstances. And everything else will work against you. You won't be able to add a decent sauce, a decent condiment. And yeah, that's it. But if that means that you get to spend some time with family or friends or with a beautiful woman, then it won't matter. You've filled your belly and it hasn't cost you the earth. You've not been ripped off. So there you go. Go for it. And as I say, if friends or whatever, if I was invited to a carvery, I wouldn't turn it down. If that was the option, would you like to join us? We're having a carvery, and I wanted to join those people, I would do it. But otherwise, would I ever go to a carvery ever again? Christ, no. Why would you? It's dreadful. It's dreadful. It's shit food and not the nicest of environments. And yeah. Yeah, just cook yourself. Well, I don't mean cook yourself. I mean cook for yourself. Or go somewhere nicer, or go out for a walk and have a sandwich. And it's like I said before, the only way to make a carvery really work, you're getting shit food. So the only way to make it really work is to eat so much shit food that you've said, okay, the food is shit, but look how much I've eaten. And no, because then you've just eaten too much. And yeah, no. Yeah, and that is the takeaway from this. It's late, so I kind of need to go. If that's your thing, if that's what you want to do, then go for it. I won't knock you for it, but yeah, not for me. It's really awful. And that's kind of summed up. You might think that I'm a food snob because I run a fine dining restaurant, or I'm an arse, or whatever. Melanini is the most down-to-earth person that you would ever find. And one of these will make it into the video. Before we went there, she said, I'm not looking forward to this. And afterwards, she said, and I will quote directly, bear with. Oh, wrong phone. And this is not coming from a food snob. Hang on. Oh, yeah. No more carveries. There you go. And next time we're going to go for a lovely long walk and take a posh sandwich. And I can't wait. So on that note, thank you for your company tonight. And let me wish you a safe and peaceful night and a decent day ahead. I hope it brings you some joy, some pleasure. At the very least, I hope it's manageable. And oh, Weinberg. I can't do the candle thing. It's gone out. Okay, improvise. A candle will be relit tomorrow. It's Friday tomorrow. Later time, 11:30 start. Shorter live stream, but please join me if you can. I would love to have your company. Thank you for the 63 likes. Thank you for your input on Carverygate, and thank you for being there. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being wonderful. Have a great night. Much love from me. Can't wait to see you next time. In the meantime, pachoo, and indeed, bosh.